Okay. We're live. I'm just going to let some of you guys get into the chat before I start the reading. I hope you guys are all doing well on this 11th day in March. Hi, Meg Reed, Gabby, Christine, Josiah. Hello. So good to see you guys. Yeah, wow. We have a new moon in Pisces on Saturday. And I mean, it's 3 days, within 3 days, we're only 2 days away. So you usually feel the energies, and wow. I just felt a huge shift come in yesterday, and it's just continuously transforming. So much intuitive action, so much peace. Almost kind of feeling like I'm falling in love with life again after a very difficult month of February, which is kind of nice. I feel like there's been a huge rising of the phoenix from the ashes, so to speak, and a new rebirth, which is really nice, kind of going into this. Before I get into the readings, guys, I want to let you know, please check out my latest podcast with Mason Fury, episode 195, if you haven't already. Mason just was fascinating the entire audience in that live chat. He was fascinating me. The conversation was so good. And especially deeper into the episode, we got into DNA healing and how it all works, and just really understanding the effects of our own consciousness, and how that can transmute and transform across ancestral lines. And it was wild. We talked about so many things, but it was one of the better ones, guys. You want to check it out, okay? Kayla, huge shift indeed. Hi, Elkeem, that girl. Appalachia Badge, Mark, Ryan, Carlos the Bee, Empress Infinite. Hello, everyone. Okay, so I'm going to get into your readings. Please remember that these are general readings for you guys. If something doesn't resonate, check out your other sign. These are for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. And if you guys need your own personal reading, you can book with me down below. Also, once this video is finished going live, I will go back and put all the timestamps in for each sign. So in the description, if you open the description, the timestamps will be there. Just click on the actual time. It'll take you straight to that area of the video of where your sign starts. All right. And just so you guys know, I've decided to take an impromptu mini vacation later next week. So I've got a few openings for readings and coaching at the beginning of next week if you still want a session. Otherwise, I'll be taking a few days off because I need it. It's time to recharge the batteries. All right, we're going to start off with air signs. You guys are first since you were last time. And I am using my new Threads of Fate deck. If you're interested in this deck, it is a little bit more expensive, but it's probably one of my favorite decks. I love the energy that comes from these. There's a lot of care and love that's been put into this. And you can just go to threadsoffate.com if you're interested, okay? All right, so for air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, can we please get some insight into what is opening for air signs for the last half of March? What is opening up for air signs for the last half of March? These cards are just a little bit, they're quite new and they're a little thicker stock, so they don't fly out as easily. Oh, it's too many. Okay, wow. Air signs. Get wild. This is what's opening up for air signs. Okay, let's see what the challenge or the obstacle is coming in here for the last half of March. What is the challenge or obstacle? Oh my goodness. Okay, air signs. Interesting energy that we've got coming out here for you. Your obstacle or your block is your sacred sexuality, while what's coming in for you is getting wild. Well, thanks for bringing the fun times to the readings right off the bat here, air signs. Okay, so let's kind of go into this. For what I'm kind of just picking up intuitively is I feel like from this Get Wild card that you're going through this phase or this transition of truly opening up to the less tamed parts of you, like not trying to fit into a box or not trying to feel contained in some certain way. Like there's some sort of freedom or liberation that's trying to come through in potentially a fun and playful way, that you might be kind of trying to bring out of yourself, or at least into your life more. And with the sacred sexuality as your block or your obstacle, this has to do with your sacral chakra, right? Where your abundance codes are, and being in tune with the sacredness of that area. Let's see what the book has to say. Let's see what's in here, because I'm just getting to know these cards. I only received them on the weekend last week. So, all right. Get wild. Get wild, air signs. To connect with our wild nature is to bring ourselves into the state of balance. Having been raised in a culture that favors order, control, discipline, and obligatory respect for authority, many of us get a feeling of danger when we start to veer off the given path. Yeah, see, I feel like you're trying to break free of something, like to break free of some sort of constraints, or do things in a different way than the way you've always been told they should be done, or you've maybe believed in yourself that it should be done. What immediately comes to mind when you think of that part of you, in the sense of spending time with the primal intuitive aspect of yourself? On this card is the wolf, and the wolf teaches us how to reconnect to our instincts, our intuition, and our wild self. In many myths and folklore, wolves are a symbol for the villain, the aggressive stalker. While wolves don't typically attack humans, when we moved away from our roots of hunter-gatherer lifestyle to one of farming, agriculture, and domesticity, wolves became an enemy capable of the effortless destruction. This is interesting. I feel like, air signs, what's really opening up for you is that need to really break free of some either limiting beliefs, some sort of constraint that you felt around you, and that's opening for you. You're getting a taste of that. You're starting to kind of dabble in that energy field. Now, with sacred sexuality being your block, let's see. Ooh, page 66. Oh my God. Okay. I mean, 6s are the number of union, right? Our sexual self and sexual energy is such a layered and potent part of who we are. It can show us our wounds. It can provide healing. It can help us manifest. It can teach us boundaries. Oh my goodness. Okay. Major download. Many of you are dealing with boundary issues when it relates to feeling... Okay, I got to come up with a better word than that, guys. I can't say that one. That's too... For some of you, this will have to do with some sort of sexual abuse or some sort of incident around the sexual area of your life that created some sort of pain or trauma or dissociation that felt like you were pushed beyond boundaries that shouldn't have been pushed. Or there's been discomfort in exploring past certain boundaries, again, related to some sort of discomfort there. Sacred sexuality does not mean that your sexual presence or expression needs to look a certain way. It simply means that your sexuality is sacred as it is. It is a core part of your humanity as well as your spiritual and universal self. This card asks you to examine your relationship to your sexual self. Is there anything that needs tending to? Is there anything that needs healing or releasing? So yeah, so there is some sort of healing and releasing that allows you to kind of break free, like whatever blocks that you're getting through here that have to do with boundaries. Okay, because it's interesting. You're breaking free of certain boundaries and limitations by getting wild and allowing yourself to not be so constrained and tamed to the way these certain perceptions have made you feel you need to be. But it's also tied into something to do with intimacy in your own sacred sexual nature, that there may be some blocks or healing needed around that. I just want to read, let me just see, this is about reclaiming yourself and understanding how our sexual nature and heart merge with what we truly need. So this is about true intimacy. True intimacy with yourself, true intimacy with the divine, true intimacy in relationships, allowing yourself to be vulnerable, but that would require to heal somewhere where boundaries were crossed in that nature. So let's kind of go into the tarot and find out what's kind of in store here. So what's happened in the past for my air signs? Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. What has happened in the past? Wow. Wow. We got the Empress, Libra, and Taurus energy coming right out of the bat in the past. Okay. We have the Devil in reverse. And then we have the Four of Swords in reverse. Okay, what's coming into the current situation? We have the Knight of Swords. Wow. Okay, we have the Two of Cups. The Seven of Swords in reverse. And into the future. We have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. The Five of Cups in reverse. Okay, and then we have the Knight of Wands upright. And, oh, wow, okay. At the bottom of the deck, you guys have the Fool energy coming out as your overall energy. Just move some stuff over here so I have some space. Okay, so Fool with the, wow, with the sun underneath it. Air signs, you're killing it. I'm loving this energy. Okay, air signs, this is about a new, very big cycle coming into play for you that's trying to bring in something that's more in alignment with your true self. With the sun underneath here too, it's about bringing a lot of clarity, positive alignments, and also bringing in a sense of a little bit more happiness, serving the happiness of your true needs is important. And I'm picking that up from the Empress energy here in your past. It feels to me that you've been doing a lot of work on what your needs are, where your value is in your own self, trying to really feel abundant in who you are. And in order to do that, there's been a need to get unstuck from something here with the Devil in reverse, releasing yourself from old patterns, potentially fears. You may have been in a situation that wasn't so positive, maybe even toxic, and you got yourself free of it in the past. But with the Four of Swords here too, I want to say that you may have missed something in the healing that was needed. There may have been some restlessness something around that, because there's a block here and it's some more healing that needs to be tended to. It feels like you've already done quite a bit of work in this area of your life. Something happened that stimulated this, but there's a little bit more to do, and it feels like that's why it's coming up right now, because you're about to embark on something very new and big for yourself that does positively align with your soul's journey in what is destined for you. Now, in your present moment, you have the Knight of Swords, the Two of Cups, and the Seven of Swords in reverse. This is very determined action that's coming in the last half of March, really going for something. It could be bringing something together. There could be something happening within a current relationship that makes it stronger. Or for some of you, if you're not in a relationship, there could be something developing, or you might be moving towards something that brings a new relationship in some way. In other terms, that's not relationship oriented. This is about something coming together for you, bringing two opposites, not necessarily opposites, but two things that are harmonizing and merging together. With the Seven of Swords in reverse, I wonder if this has to do with something from your past, because the Seven of Swords is about going back to something, returning back to the scene of the crime. This could be some sort of reconciliation of some sort. Someone's getting a change of heart, or some sort of recognition of consciousness in a sense of wanting to make something right. We'll see when I clarify. But in the future, we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, the Five of Cups in reverse, and then the Knight of Wands. So again, there seems to be something that's stuck here, something that hasn't been able to shift fully forward, something that's holding destiny back in a sense. And it feels to me with this Five of Cups in reverse that there's a healing that's going to turn this wheel in your favor and allow you to finally take action in a way that supports your passions, gets you excited about life again. There's a need to come out of some sort of disappointment or sadness or grief or loss. And I feel like there's something here that's manifesting that is required around here to get you to that point of feeling confident again about the direction that you're going in. So let's clarify. I've already pre-shuffled. I just want to say I pre-shuffled all the decks for you air signs just to save some time. So tell me why the Fool card is here in reverse. Or sorry, not in reverse. Why the Fool card is here as overall energy. Okay, we have the Two of Wands in reverse. Tell me more about the Fool card. Oh, wow. Okay. And we have the Two of Swords. This is telling me that for a lot of you air signs, you're on the precipice of having to make a very big choice. And there may have been a direction that you've gone down that you're not so happy with. And now you're kind of a stalemate. Like there's something here that needs to shift and change. And you may want to take a different path. And that kind of makes sense in that I feel like you've gone down one path. It's not really working for you. It didn't exactly turn out the way you expected, or people may have told you it would have. It's like it feels to me like you're wanting to go in a different route that really speaks to your own happiness. And the route that you went down wasn't exactly fully in alignment with what you wanted. It just felt like the one you should do. And now you're at this pause. You're at this place where you need to reevaluate, and that's where I see some of that kind of coming in. So tell me about the Empress energy in the past. Tell me about the... Oh, wow. Yeah, see? Okay, you have the Death card and the Five of Wands in reverse coming up on the Empress. See, this tells me that you made a choice here. There was something where you put an end to drama, you put an end to some sort of conflict in the past because you knew that you were better than that. Like, you didn't deserve that, or it wasn't in alignment with what you truly wanted in your environment, like what you wanted to deal with. Something like that, to that extent, was let go of, which put a lot of focus into your own self-worth, wanting to tend to things that actually are growing versus things that are stealing energy. Tell me about the devil in reverse. Yeah. Well, there you are, air signs. Oop. Wow. Yeah. Okay. The Justice card and the Three of Swords. For some of you, this was... you were making something right. You were bringing in balance. You were balancing something out. You had to make a big decision here with the Justice card. And it was about, moving on from potentially something that was painful. Maybe this was a broken heart of some sort. There may have been a relationship that dissolved for some of you, but this was needed to come in. You wanted balance back in your life. You wanted to make things right for you. And in order to do that, you had to let go of whatever this devil in reverse, like this devil energy was, whether it was something that kept you stuck, something that was a little bit toxic, someone like feeling just like some sort of obstacle or challenge. But again, there was some sort of pain involved in this and it required healing. Tell me about the Four of Swords in reverse. Tell me about the Four. Okay. Yeah. Okay, we have the Four of Pentacles, the Knight of Coins, and then the Empress in reverse. Didn't I tell you, it felt to me like there was something that was missed in the healing. When I say missed, I don't mean that you purposely didn't want to do it. It's just that there were some layers that weren't accessed. And I think there was a part of you that was wanting to hold back and just kind of get on with things. But it feels to me like you're holding back from some of your healing journey, and you may not even have been aware of it. But it stunted some of the growth that could happen. But in any case, this was important for you in truly coming into alignment with your own abundance, your own value, your own self-worth, what you deserve to have in your life right now. Tell me about the Knight of Swords in the present situation. Tell me about the Knight of Swords in the present situation. Okay. Well, there's that Fool card coming up and the Ten of Cups in reverse. Oh, wow. Whatever you're needing to take action towards this last half of March, air signs, it's requiring you to close out something that is involved, that revolves around something you were invested in for a while, in a sense of happiness. It's like letting go of what the old happiness looked like and embracing something new. You thought that was going to make you happy, but it's not making you happy anymore. And in order to do that, you've really got to rush into this. It's like you're taking this, you're really bringing in some very inspired, fresh energy of determination to go towards what it is that's kind of exciting you. If that makes any sense. Tell me about this Two of Cups. Wow. Okay. Ooh, wow. Okay. We have the Seven of Swords and the Six of Wands in reverse. Whatever this thing that's either trying to come together or is already together, whether it's an opportunity or a relationship. That's why it felt like something from the past is kind of coming back in here. This last half of March for you. You're dealing with something that has a repeating cycle in it. But it's deceptive and it's not feeling good. Like whatever this Two of Cups is, for some reason, it doesn't feel like this is part of your new opportunity. It doesn't feel like it's part of your new opportunity. For whatever this is, you don't feel seen or acknowledged. And I feel like there's some sort of deception within this energy that you're dealing with that isn't willing to face itself. Interesting. Okay. Tell me about the Seven of Swords in reverse. Tell me about the Seven of Swords. See, this is all about you being able to move forward with something completely new. Whatever is been something that's repeating itself or already there, like something about it or in its entirety has to be completely transformed or let go. Because you're opening up to something very new and there's something about it that doesn't make you happy anymore. And if it can't make you happy, you've got to be willing to let it go. And if the part that isn't making you happy can't be transformed, then you've got to be ready to let it go. See, and then we have the Seven of Swords clarified by the High Priest in reverse. So there is some level of breaking of contracts here, of something from the past that keeps repeating itself, because the lesson just isn't being learned. Either someone in the situation isn't learning their lesson, or maybe you're tired of not learning the lesson or wanting to move on and get it already. There's something like that kind of coming through this week. But whatever it is, I see you taking determined action though towards what makes you happy. There just seems to be like this obstacle that, and whatever this is, I want to say that it has, I don't know why they keep wanting to use this word. I apologize. This is the word they gave me at the very beginning that I was like, I can't use that word. There's an energy that keeps trying to penetrate into your future that just can't be in your future because it's not in alignment. Its energy isn't matching where you're going. Okay. That's what I'm picking up. Okay. Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here in reverse? Tell me. Okay. We have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse and the Ten of Wands in reverse. This is very simple, guys. There is some final healing of a burden that you've been carrying for a very long time around self-worth and self-value, and knowing how to assert yourself from that place. Again, it feels like you've already been doing some of this work. It's not like this is brand new to you. You've been on this journey for a while and you've been doing the work, but there's something tied to this that still needs to be healed in order to fully allow you to move forward into this brand new cycle that's kind of coming in. And it has to do with, also I want to say trust, where there has been broken trust, and reestablishing at least trust with self in your own ability to move forward with that. But where trust has been broken along the path, that has created a lot of obstacles and burdens for you to carry. That's what's kind of coming in for your healing that's needed in order to shift everything forward for you. Tell me about the Five of Cups in reverse. Tell me about the Five of Cups in reverse. See? Oh my God. This reading is so awesome. The Wheel of Fortune, upright. I'm telling you guys, this is what, the healing is what sets everything in motion. It finally unsticks your wheel. It gets destiny moving towards like the path that you know is for you. So releasing all of the grief and loss that comes with having to go through deep emotional wounded healing, okay, and having to finally let go of something that you know doesn't serve you, but it's been around for a long time and there's some sort of loss there. Being able to do that and release it is totally what gets everything in motion for you, air signs. Tell me about the Knight of Wands. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. Okay, you have the Emperor and the Nine of Swords coming up on your Nine of Wands. You know what? You're going for it. There are some fears around this for you. Whatever is this new path that's opening up, that's really kind of guiding you towards some sort of eternal happiness within self and how that manifests physically for you. There are some fears and worries that attach to this, but with the Emperor here on top of the Knight of Wands, that's telling me that you're still going for it and you're determined to be completely sovereign as your own individual and take charge of your life. Like you're steering, you're at the helm of your ship. You're at the helm of your ship and you're ready to do this. And you're vitalized with a lot of energy from spirit and a new sense of I don't know, it's like this it's just there's a newer energy coming in for you that allows you to really go for it. It's really refreshing, air signs. And it makes sense because it feels like the fire in your belly is getting lit up. But in order for that fire to not be dulled out or dampened, there is a lot of emotional healing that needs to happen in the sacral area, okay, regarding around your sacred sexuality to kind of set you free into expanding to where you really want to venture into. All right? So that's my reading for you, air signs. I hope that was helpful. That was a pretty awesome reading. And I love it when air signs get a good reading because I know you guys have had some tough ones lately. So we are going to go on to fire signs. You guys are next. All right. How did anyone in the chat there who's an air sign resonate with that? Oh my goodness. Let's see. Ooh, there's like some new people in there that I'm loving seeing. So good to see anyone who's new. Welcome, welcome. You're welcome, Mark. Very helpful. You're very welcome. All right, so for Aries, Leo, and Sag, for the last half of March, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's shuffle up your decks, get your energy in here. Oh, Mark, it resonated like crazy. Okay, Ryan's spooky spot on. Okay, cool. John, that's spooky how close that reading is for what you're going through. Wow, okay, cool. I'm glad that resonated. That was a pretty, I loved that. I love the energy that's coming through for you guys. Something's happening for you that's really opening up. Pay attention to this new moon in Pisces this weekend because you're going to get some more insight intuitively around that. For you guys in my alchemy course, on our live call this Sunday, I'm going to be going into all of that. There's a huge karmic clearing happening with this new moon and what's really kind of opening up for us as we go into the new year, astrologically speaking. For anyone who'd like to join alchemy, link for that is in the description below if you want to join our alchemy family. Okay, fire signs. Let's just shuffle up your decks for the last half of March. Hi, Scott. Stacy, girl, good to see you here. All right, we're good to go for fire signs. Let's put here and find out. Okay, so using my Threads of Fate Oracle here, we're gonna open up and find out what's opening up first for fire signs for the last half of March. Why does my butt feel like it's on fire right now? Fire signs. My butt feels like it's on fire. It's the weirdest feeling. I've never felt this before. Okay. Oh, wow. What's opening up for you? Self-love. Self-love. Beautiful. Okay, and what's the block or what's the obstacle or the challenge here for fire signs? Oh, okay. Interesting. Transmute. This is where you're blocked or you're having some challenges or obstacles around transmuting the energy of something. It would definitely be related to opening yourself up to more love for self, a situation, becoming more vulnerable and in tune with the ability to connect from the heart center. Wow. The transmute, is that, oh no, it's a fly. Okay. There's a fly here. Let's go into the book. I'm just curious to see what they say, what the book is also saying, because there's some really cool descriptions in here. I want to go to transmute first. Let's find out about the block. Number 44. Within you lies the ability to take dense energy and turn it into a lighter and higher vibration. You can do this in response to constricting situations, difficult relationships, or blockages within your internal landscape. So you may be having some difficulty in your relationships, trying to transmute something, possibly create more of a heart connection. For others of you, this is just feeling like you're in a situation that needs to be transmuted, or you're blocked from something that you want to manifest. Sometimes we do not need to consciously work at the issue, but simply have the intention of doing so. This is an invitation to identifying that which needs to shift and create a sacred center or a sacred container for what you want to transmute. Let's see. Oh, it's a scarab. Oh. Like all beetles, the scarab goes through a metamorphosis which is often associated with rebirth. However, the scarab's magic also lies in its egg-laying ritual. The scarab will take a piece of dung and roll it east to west. Really? Eventually laying eggs within the dung. After about a month, it rolls the dung into water to soften it, and the eggs can finally hatch. Oh, this is interesting. The scarab invites you to look at the world, even that which seems mundane and dung-like, as an opportunity for alchemy and rebirth. I have to say I'm getting a download for you guys reading this, that the message here, especially, this is why I love reading the book messages sometimes, this idea of taking what you're trying to birth and rolling it in dung, but then to birth it, put it in the water to soften. Well, that's the emotions. That's your heart. So there's like trying to embrace the shadow aspects and the darkness of whatever you're feeling that you need to transmute, and really kind of laying your eggs in that fertility. There's a fertility in that soil, okay, of the shadow work, that once you've let it simmer and be there and get comfortable with the energies, you can then be able to transmute them through the heart opening yourself up, through the emotional field, the heart center, to birth this new reality or a shift in relationships, whatever this is that you're dealing with. This is so beautiful. I'm telling you, this is like one of my favorite decks that I've ever come across. Okay, then self-love. Let me just see if there's any cool messages in here for you guys. Loving oneself is one of those larger concepts that is difficult to truly integrate. We're conditioned from birth to doubt ourselves, compare, deny, or minimize our gifts, hide ourselves away, and change who we are. This brainwashing is crippling. We become adults who have to fight to remember ourselves. We recognize the importance of loving and accepting ourselves, but releasing those voices and negative tapes that play in our head can feel impossible. Okay. So you're kind of coming into this place, you're coming into an opportunity in the last half of March to really transcend that, to transmute the negative talk in your mind, but also the belief systems that have held you back, that are pertaining to a certain situation or conflict within a relationship potentially, that requires as much self-love for yourself so that love can transmute the situation and feed that energy into the field of what you're dealing with. The relationship with oneself is the most intimate relationship we will ever have, and it is a daily endeavor. So it's important to note that this isn't something that you just, you sit in meditation for 10 minutes and you've done your work. Like, this is an ongoing process for the rest of your life, as it should be, because there's so much to learn, there's so much we have to undo. What will you nurture? How can you deepen your relationship with you, which will ultimately deepen your relationship with others? And the one I want to just read here, I actually want to go into the hibiscus that it's sitting on. Hibiscus is an ally in remembering its gentle energies awaken the heart to its core essence, allowing us to more deeply connect with ourselves and life around us. In a world where many of us have been told to hide the softer aspects of ourselves, hibiscus is a teacher in embracing those qualities. Sit with hibiscus and consider journaling or reflecting around the following. What do you consider soft? How do you personally embody it? Do you ever view softness as weakness? And do you reject it in yourself or in others? Wow, guys, I'm really getting chills for whoever this reading is for, because you're coming into a point in your life where vulnerability is necessary. Vulnerability is important, whatever this is that you're going through. So let's see what's happened in the past here for fire signs. What has happened in the past for fire signs? Okay, you guys got the Empress in reverse. Air signs got it upright in the exact same position. You guys have it in reverse. Okay, which makes sense when self-love is the journey here that you're talking about. Okay, what else has happened in the past? We have the Two of Wands coming in. And then we have the Queen of Swords. Okay. Okay. Tell me about the present situation. We have the Strength card in reverse. Okay, we have the Three of Cups. We have the Knight of Wands in reverse. And in the future, for fire signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, Aries, Leo, and Sag, we have the Death card in reverse. We have the Five of Swords. Okay, and then we have the Ace of Wands in reverse. Bottom of the deck is the High Priestess in reverse. Ooh, what is going on here? This is a little bit freaky weird. Under is the Sun in reverse. Air signs had it upright underneath the Fool. That's a little bit weird. A little bit weird for me. Okay. Well, fire signs. Yeah, you're definitely going through something here. There's a definite challenge of a situation that I want to say might be feeling a little bit hopeless at times for you. And that's why there's a difficulty transmuting the situation. But when it all comes back to it, comes back to self-love. I want to say that the confusion that you may be feeling in this situation is due to ignoring your intuition. But also I feel though that something needs to be revealed. And when we talk about this idea of being vulnerable, okay, it's sometimes needing to reveal the very hidden parts of us that we keep in our shadows. This makes a lot of sense with the sun in reverse. This is a big lesson in restoring what you would like to, restoring balance and restoring some semblance of happiness back into a situation or relationship requires the revealing of the things that you want to keep hidden or are used to keeping hidden. Okay? Now, in the past, you have the Empress in reverse, the Two of Wands, and then the Queen of Swords. So there's definitely this energy of not feeling good enough, not feeling like what's taking shape is actually growing. It's feeling kind of, I don't know, I'm just being shown like a garden that's not exactly blooming the flowers that you're wanting to see take shape or form. Things just weren't moving or growing in the way that you wanted them to. And with the Two of Wands, it just shows that there's like a decision that needs to be made or a choice. You're at a crossroads. You're feeling at a crossroads, like something's got to change, something's got to shift here. And with the Queen of Swords coming up too, in the past, there was either some form of communication that was had about this, or I want to say, some of you may have even received some sort of downloads around this situation. But I feel like the problem is that you were coming at it from more of a logical standpoint, or perhaps like a detached place. And because this reading is really centered around heart, needing to soften and allow the heart to heal the situation, in however way that's going to come out, this would have stalled the growth out a little bit in the past, okay? For some of you, you may have received some clarity around this as well. Now, in the current situation, I want to say that there's a feeling of it not moving forward. Like it feels hopeless. It doesn't feel like it's going in the direction that you want it to. But at the same time, I'm also seeing this Three of Cups energy of things actually coming together, a reconciliation, something celebratory. There is some of that energy. I'm wondering if you're not giving enough credit to some of the progress that's already coming through in the last half of March. Because there is some of this positive energy coming in. You also have the Knight of Wands in reverse in the current situation, which I want to say, fire signs, that you want to tend to the parts of you that aren't don't react. It's important in the last half of March that you're not reactive with that Knight of Wands in reverse. To not give into the negative perception of what's actually transpiring. That sometimes when something's transmuting, it takes a little bit of time to actually show up on the physical plane. So I feel like this message is for those of you who may get reactive in a situation and potentially self-sabotage your future, because I am seeing that coming up in your future. And that's why I'm saying this right now. In the last half of March, just be very mindful, because it does feel like there's progress. The important thing is to always come back to heart. Whatever you're dealing with, come back to your heart. Soften. That's your message for this reading, fire signs. So it's almost like the energy that's so you of being in the fire is to really kind of move more into the water element of softening. Because in your future, you have the Death card in reverse, the Five of Swords, and then the Ace of Wands. See, I feel like this Ace of Wands is potential. I feel like it's lingering in your it's in the wings, you know, like it's there, but it's being held back. It's maybe a little bit blocked for you. And I feel it's because you're having a hard time letting go of the self-sabotage patterns that you may engage with when you're not fully in your heart. And maybe you're just overthinking something or using your analytical mind to determine what's going on. And so that's kind of what I'm feeling is kind of coming up. Let's go into confirming. Let's go into the clarification and find out, like, why is this High Priestess here in reverse? Why is the High Priestess here in reverse? Okay, we have the Four of Swords. So there's definite healing needed here. Tell me more about the High Priestess in reverse. Okay. We have the Eight of Cups in reverse and then the Chariot card, Cancer energy. So this is telling me, yeah, there's some need for healing around things that no longer serve you and hold you back from moving forward in the direction that you want. Okay? Like really needing to reveal that part of you that really needing to reveal the part of you that you've hidden for so long, simply out of the fact that we're not supposed to show our vulnerabilities. It feels uncomfortable. What if someone rejects me? What if I really open myself up and then I just get rejected in some way? But truly, this is the path forward for you. This is how you move forward and transmute everything. So revealing that is going to be very healing for you. And it's something that you've had a hard time moving on from, that you know, intuitively you've known that it's part of, the journey to let go of. You know, like you've known that this isn't helping you. It's holding you back. That is kind of what's needing to happen. Okay. And that's kind of like this overall energy. So I'm just seeing all of these donations coming through, but I don't see them in the live chat. So I just want to say thank you. I don't know what's going on there. Is that a glitch? If it isn't, I feel like it's glitching. Like it's almost showing like all these past donations all at once. Are you guys still with me? Can you guys let me know in the live chat if I'm still live? Because I'm not seeing the live chat move right now. Oh my goodness. What's going on? You are the, yes. Okay. So I'm still live. Okay. Okay, good. Thank you. Because I know last time it cut me off. So, all right, let's go into the past and find out what is the Empress in reverse here. Why is the Empress here in reverse in the past? Why is the Empress here in reverse in the past? Okay. We have the King of Swords in reverse and then the Eight of Pentacles. See, it feels to me, especially with the Queen of Swords coming up here in the same row, that there was definitely effort being put into a situation. There was definitely effort to try to shift something. But with that King of Swords in reverse, it feels like maybe things just, there was some sort of detachment. Maybe the wrong words were used. There's an element here of coldness. So not truly connecting. And possibly even a breakdown in communication, despite there being effort. Despite there being effort to try to shift what didn't feel like it was improving, growing, getting into a better place. Tell me about the Two of Wands. Thanks, guys, for letting me know. Okay, tell me about the Two of Wands. Oh, wow. Okay, we have the Six of Wands. So I think you were coming up like in the past, you realized something's got to shift here. What's the way this is going? It's not working. And I think there's a desire here for success, a desire to really take this to a new level, to improve upon it. I think that's something that was deeply desired here in the past, but whatever was the method that was going about it, it just wasn't working. Tell me about the Queen of Swords. Okay, we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Sun in reverse coming up again, because your Sun is in reverse under the High Priestess here. It feels to me like there was an attempt here to nurture the situation with that Queen of Pentacles, but it wasn't. With that Sun in reverse, it was coming from a very confused place. There wasn't a lot of clarity maybe on how to nurture, and it may have come across as colder, you know, that Queen of Swords, or there was a communication here with, you know, because this Queen of Pentacles is very kind of mothering energy, right? Very nurturing, wanting to support, wanting to help things grow. But it feels to me, though, that there's some lack of clarity or confusion around a situation, that although the nurturing was taking place, at least the attempt there was, it wasn't fully coming out in the right way because it was too much of a logical perspective coming in here. Tell me about the Strength card in the present situation in reverse. Tell me about the Strength card. Okay, we have the Three of Wands. So one of the reasons why this is going to feel to you like you're losing hope in the last half of March is because it feels like you're waiting. You're waiting for the shift. It hasn't exactly happened. Just like I said, it feels to me like it's in the works. Like if you're doing the right work and you're working to transmute and you're doing it from the heart, it feels like it's taking shape and form in the energetic planes, like in the higher realms. But to manifest physically, those shifts take a little bit longer. So don't lose hope. That's exactly what I was kind of picking up from that card. Tell me about the Three of Cups. And see, this is very interesting, the cards that are coming out now. So we have the Four of Pentacles coming in. And I want to say to you, fire signs, hold on to what is presenting itself as any positive progress right now. Hold on to that. Don't let go of that. Don't dismiss it. Don't let it go unrecognized, because you can nurture that progress by keeping that awareness around that, or acknowledgement. Tell me more about the Three of Cups. Yeah, okay. Nine of Wands and 10 of Wands. See, this is a very difficult path or journey that you're finding yourself on. It's been exhausting you. It's wearing you down. It feels like you can't go on it sometimes, but you're getting really close to the end. So you go to a 9 to a 10, and then you have this Ace of Wands in reverse in the future. And I told you, I feel like it's in reverse only because it's there. It's going to come in upright, but there's got to be an element here. It depends on certain choices that you make going forward. Are you going to soften the heart, or are you going to revert back into self-sabotage that is a result of all of the old patterns that played out in your life, or programs that are running in the mind? It really requires deep self-love, nurturing, heart softening, opening up, vulnerability in ways that you're not comfortable with and used to. Tell me about the Knight of Wands in reverse. A lot of cards came out here. Ooh, ooh. Oh, wow. Okay, okay. The first card that came out is the World. And the other three cards that came out, very powerful. The Tower, the Justice card, and the King of Cups. See, I feel like you're kind of teetering on two different timelines here, which kind of presented itself up here in the past. Like, you want success, you want the successful timeline, you want to transmute this, you want to move beyond it. But it's calling upon some really darker aspects within yourself, in a sense, things that you need to face and overcome that are quite challenging for you at this time. But I want to let you know what I'm feeling is like, you got to be careful, because things could end in a way that I don't think you necessarily want them to if you react. It's important not to react, because it does also tell me with the World here that you're close to a goal of achievement here. You're close to actually closing out some long cycle. But also be careful, because there's a Tower coming in, and in order to really shift things and break the foundation of what you've been built on, and then start a new thing that you're building upon. Okay, like, because Towers come in to remove obstacles. Towers come in to take something off your path, because it's been there too long. Okay, and it's time to throw it right in your face. Balance will be restored. Justice will be served if you come at it from the heart. Okay, with the King of Cups. Open your heart up, bring in emotional maturity, take the higher road, and really allow the heart to guide you from the very wise place that is in you. That is your medicine, okay, for the month of March. Tell me about the Death card in reverse in the future. Tell me about the Death card in reverse in the future. Okay, we have the Two of Cups in reverse. Tell me more. Okay, and then we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. Very interesting. So again, having a hard time of letting go of all of the disruptions that take you into separation, split whatever this is apart, comes from a place of not trusting, not having trust in yourself, not feeling like you're grounded. There needs to be a lot of groundedness in this process. Really ground yourself, fire signs, and let go of the energy that's just not dependable. is flighty. This requires a lot of emotional stability and a lot of trust in the process. And in order to do that, you're going to need to let go of anything that keeps telling you it's not going to work. It's not going to work. This is always how it's been. You got to transmute that. And you're just going through a really challenging time right now in order for you to overcome that. Tell me about the Five of Swords. Okay. The Three of Pentacles. Do not self-sabotage the work you have already made, the progress that you've made. This does talk that you're trying to build something with someone potentially. You're trying to build a new foundation, a stronger foundation. You are putting in the work. You've already put in quite a bit of work. Don't self-sabotage that. I can't stress that enough. Tell me about this Ace of Wands in reverse. Tell me about the Ace of Wands in reverse. Okay, we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, the Two of Swords in reverse, and the Page of Wands in reverse. There is some sort of codependent behavior or patterns that is blocking this Ace of Wands from coming in, like a brand new beginning, something that kind of brings in new, fresh energy, a little bit of a spiritual thing. Also, the Ace, to me, the Ace of Wands represents a birthing. And I think we've talked about, like, you're trying to birth, lay eggs in very fertile ground. I just want to say that not to block the heart. If you do not block the heart, you will be able to come out of this and not have the lower timeline that you're trying to avoid. Okay? It also has to do with codependency. So really, that self-love is really kind of coming in, because when you love yourself and you bring in that loving energy to yourself, you don't need anyone else to give that to you, which means you kind of set yourself free from a certain situation and allow the love that you've brought in for yourself to penetrate the situation or the relationship, okay, and bring in new life to it. I feel like that's possible here. I just feel like there's a big lesson here that some of you are kind of going through at this time. Okay, fire signs. So that's my reading for you. I hope that helped. I hope that resonated with some of you and is helpful as you go through the last half of March, as we head into spring. And we're going to go on to earth signs next. Fire signs, did that resonate with any of you guys out there? Is anyone feeling that? Feeling the messages? Hey, Laura, good to see you in there. Sooterbug, good to see you. Yeah, my butt was burning earlier. I feel like you guys are in the hot seat, or you feel like you're in the hot seat in whatever you're in, you know, and it's like, oh, what do I do next? What do I do next? What do I say next? You know, all eyes are on me, and if I screw up, like, I could shift the whole timeline, you know? It's kind of what it feels like. Christine, lots of sense for you. Dave, that definitely resonated. Spot on, Shiro, sound therapy. Wow, okay, cool. Message was perfect, Sooterbug. Thank you. Okay, good. All right, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. You guys are next. Let's find out what's in store for you for the last half of March. Good to see you too, Alara. Okay, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's get your decks all ready and shuffled up. Okay. Kind of vied with you, but kind of not. I appreciate the honesty. Thank you, Rainbow Snuggle Fritz. Just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Leave the rest behind. You bought some of those cards, Stacey. Awesome. All right, one more cut here for Earth signs, last half of March. Okay. Oh, and for those of you who are interested in all the freedom stuff that I've been putting on this channel, I have a very interesting guest coming on Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. This is not part of my podcast. I'm just bringing him on. He's extremely knowledgeable on a lot of this sovereign stuff. And I think you guys are going to really enjoy what he's doing because I'm amazed at how he's handling himself in defending his rights. And I think it'll just be really eye-opening for everyone. It's certainly eye-opening for me. And I'm really excited to bring him on. So that's happening Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. I'll go live and you guys can ask him questions as well. All right, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, let's get into it. Let's get into it for my earth signs. What's opening up for them? Oh. Fate. Fate is opening up for you, earth signs. Look at that egg. Wow, and it's sitting on like this royal cushion. Fate is opening up for you. Okay, what is the challenge, the block, or the obstacle for earth signs? Oh, you got two. All right. Take risk and the warrior are your challenges and obstacles. Wow. So you may be holding back from jumping into something, taking a risk on something, maybe not feeling all warrior-like getting that warrior spirit, being able to take the plunge, holding you back from possibly something that's destined for you. Very, very interesting. Let's kind of go into the book and see what the messages are here. Wow, it just opened up to it. Okay. Fate is a reminder that you create your fate. While some lessons and experiences are inescapable, we have free will and choice within the life we are given. This does not always equal fairness, as we do not all start life from the same footing. Nonetheless, each choice we make matters. From this place, we can approach the creation of our life in an empowered way. Let's see here. This deck was inspired by the Norns, 3 mythical figures that rule the destiny of humans within Norse mythology. The name Norn derives from a word meaning to twine, referring to how they weave the threads of fate. Fate is seen as a malleable thing with some fixed aspects. And the card's partner is the weaver. The weaver asks you to tend to the threads. This card asks you to get clear on the fate you are weaving. This card is big, picture and all about vision. What are you working towards? What are you saying no to? When we say no, we are saying no to all the experiences that would unfold in the aftermath. Both the yes and no is powerful when we are creating our reality. So it's very interesting and I have to say, sometimes saying no means you're saying yes to something else. But in this particular situation, I feel because take risk is a block and so is the warrior card here, it's a challenge for you. There's something you're hesitating to say yes to. So it's all more like you're putting more no energy to it. And maybe you don't even realize you're doing it, but having difficulty saying yes to something is saying no to it, essentially. So let's kind of go to take risk. Let's see. Risks are personal to each of us. To some, climbing a mountain doesn't feel risky. To others, having a conversation with a stranger does. What has been calling you that you have been afraid to do? Comfort kills growth. It's important that we regularly do things that push the envelope. So for some of you, you're about to enter a new growth phase, or something that's trying to kind of come in for you on a soul level, birth, like bring in, that's part of your destiny. But at the same time, remembering the free will and how you choose, you could pass up an opportunity intended at this time. And it's important to know, is it because you're stuck in a comfort zone and you're not willing to move beyond it? Fear holding you back? The stinging nettle is a plant with an abundance of medicine. It is one of the most nourishing and healing plants there is. The majority of people, whether plant folk or not, are aware of nettle due to the fact that it stings when you touch it. It has tiny hollow hairs on the leaves, and when you touch it, the little hairs inject a fluid to irritate their attacker. But if you are willing to take the risk of harvesting this amazing plant, you have access to its amazing medicine. Stinging nettle guides us out of the fog and into a life that we find invigorating. Oh, it teaches us that once we get past the initial discomfort, the risk can be incredibly nourishing. See, I'm really feeling that for you, Earth signs. There's something here that you're afraid of really diving into, but at the same time, it's exciting you, but there's a fear holding you back. And being stuck in the comfort zone and not allowing yourself to embrace the risk could hold you back from something that's part of your destiny. That doesn't mean that down the road it may not appear again for another opportunity to take hold of it, but the choices we make can shape our future very much. Again, you're a co-creator. And I feel like you're having trouble activating that warrior part of yourself that's able to go for it, to take action, to head right into, for lack of a better word, the storm or the battle of uncertainty, of not knowing what's ahead of you. So, because it's so foreign to you, right? If you're taking a risk, you don't know what the outcome's going to be. And at the same time, it's something that excites you. So let's see what's happened in the past here for Earth signs. Let's see what's happened here in the past for Earth signs that we need to know about. Okay, we have the Four of Cups in reverse. We have the Ace of Wands. This is all about not passing up an opportunity. It's very interesting this has come up in your past. I wonder if you started something, but then you're now holding back. Tell me more of what's happened in the past. Yeah. Okay, Knight of Wands. Tell me what's happening in the future, or in the present moment. We have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. We have the King of Swords coming up. And we have the Fool coming up in your present situation. In the future, we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. So now we have the King and the Queen of Swords on the table here. Oh, we have the Two of Wands. Look at that. Choosing a timeline, choosing a path, needing to make a choice. And one more. Wow. Three of Swords. Okay, it's becoming very clear to me. Okay, your overall energy is the Chariot in reverse. Underneath it is the Death card in reverse. Wow, okay, this is a very obvious reading, Earth signs. So there's stagnancy here in your ability to move forward with something here. You're not able to follow what you're being divinely guided to do. And it's because you're afraid of letting go of something. Something needs to end. And again, that could just be a mind, like it could just be a way of thinking. It doesn't have to be like huge, super huge. But something has to end. Like you're not letting go of something that's long overdue to be let go of. and it's preventing you from moving forward and following the divinely guided path that is being presented before you right now. Now, I want to say that in the past, it feels like you actually seized an opportunity. You went for something, like you really went for it. There was some sort of action taken towards a brand new beginning that kind of excited you, kind of brought a little life back into the party. And you were somehow able to get out of a place where you were not able to see the blessings, like you weren't focusing on the negative anymore. You were willing to kind of look beyond and see what is the opportunity here and seize it. That's what I see this happened in the past. So it's very interesting. Oh my gosh. What just happened? Oh my gosh. Okay. Are we still live? Okay, so my whole screen just went black for a second. Okay. I think we're still good. Looks like we're still good. Okay. Now, in your present situation, however, you have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, the King of Swords, and then the Fool. There is something that you've been invested in for quite some time that you're needing to make a very big decision on that would require you to separate yourself from that and start this new journey. Start a new beginning. You're coming up on a very faded brand new cycle. And with the Fool card, it is speaking about needing to take a risk. In order to do this, you do need to take a risk. I don't know exactly what the risk is here completely. However, I will say it may have something to do with some pain from ending something, because I am seeing the Three of Swords in your future, which it looks, I want to say now that we move into your future, that may at first glance sound not so great, earth signs, but if that's what's needed, okay, if that's what's needed is to let go of something that's kind of expired, it's past its end date, then this is a good sign that I'm seeing this Three of Swords here in the future, because you do have to make a choice with this Two of Wands. And with the Queen of Swords, you're cutting something away. So you are doing it in the future. But I want to say whatever it is going to bring in a little bit of pain. Maybe a lot of pain, I don't know. But it is for the higher path of you. It is for what's destined for you in a sense of moving into a better timeline for yourself. So let's clarify and find out. Yeah, it feels to me like you may have started something, but then it stalled out. And there's something else that needs to be dealt with in order for you to be able to move on. Or maybe, yeah, it's something like along those lines. Okay, tell me about why the Chariot is here in reverse as the overall energy. Tell me why the Chariot is here. The Six of Swords in reverse, because you're not moving on from troubled waters. You got to get yourself out of something where it's not helping you out here. Whatever this is, it's a bit of a, it's a difficult place to navigate. Whatever you're having a hard time navigating your way out of it. You're having a hard time navigating your way out of it, and it's kind of stalled out. You need to move on from something here. Tell me more about the Chariot in reverse. Okay, this was going to come out upright and then it flipped itself upside down. I mean, you guys saw it fall out. So I'm going to read it both ways because I feel like it's important. You need to move on from something that is no longer your wish fulfillment. It's not in alignment with you. It may have been in the past. It may have been, but it's kind of served its purpose for your journey and it's no longer there. It's time to move towards what is truly calling you from the stars, earth signs. And that may require some healing, okay? There is some healing that will come through this, But in order for the healing to come in, you've got to allow the pain to surface so it can be healed. But this is about following your destiny, following your path and your star and wish fulfillment. Okay, tell me about the Four of Cups, because right now, whatever you're in, it's kind of pulling you away from that. Okay, so Four of Cups in reverse. Tell me more about this in the past. Okay. High Priestess. See, I feel like you were really listening to your intuition in the past. Your intuition told you to go for something, and I feel like you did. Tell me about the Ace of Wands. Yeah. There would have been some level of a stalemate there, but you were able to overcome it. I think you may have resisted taking action on this in the past. Whatever this was, it may not even be the same thing. Okay, but whatever this was, you did take some action. For some reason, it pertains to this reading. You guys will know more than I will. But there was this ability to just go for it. You kind of let your guard down. You weren't holding yourself back. You followed your intuition. You went for it. Just tell me about this Knight of Wands. Interesting. Okay, then we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. It feels to me like this was something that may have not worked out in the past and maybe got a new opportunity to try it again. Tell me more about the Knight of Wands in reverse. Tell me about the Knight of Wands. Yeah, okay. You were determined. With that Emperor card, whatever this was, I feel like this may have been something in your past, like that, well, this happened in the past, but something that didn't work out completely, or there was some kind of, something was at odds, was being tried to work on again. Like, let's give this another shot, or let's try this again. And you really went in with it full gusto. Like the Emperor, like, and the Knight of Wands. Like, you were like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to take action. I'm going to make this work. You went for it. And you were being intuitively guided. However, now you're in this current situation. You have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Why is this here in the present situation? Okay. Seven of Swords. There may have been some deception in this, say, or something shady going on. Something not fully right. Like, when you went for it, it may not have fully... There's something here there's some sort of deception around that's tied into this. Tell me more about the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. It could have been self-deception. It could have been someone not fully being upfront about something. Okay. Wow. You have the Ace of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the Three of Wands coming up. You have the Queen of Swords twice in your reading now, and the King of Swords. There's a big decision here that needs to be made, or a very important conversation that has to be had. I feel like, again, this Ace of Pentacles feels tied to your Fool card that's coming in here. And I feel like you know that it's kind of waiting. It's not exactly manifesting yet because you've got to make an important decision here around this. In order for this to come in, you've got to let go of this thing that you've been invested in for quite some time. It's not exactly happening anymore. It's not bringing in the good feels, the good memories. Again, I just keep hearing past its expiration date. Time to move on. Because there's something coming in here. There's something really, there's like a beautiful egg, a cosmic looking egg here that feels like it's being presented to you like as if you're royalty in a way, you know? Tell me about the King of Swords. Why is the King of Swords here? Ooh. Yes. Oh, her signs. Okay. You have the Lovers in reverse, the Chariot again in reverse, and now the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Whatever this was in the past, I don't think it's working anymore. There is a decision that has been delayed for a while, and the delaying of it is not allowing for movement to come forward. This isn't going to progress. This isn't working out. Whatever's kind of holding you back from taking the risk, okay? Whatever you're telling yourself that you're tied to something, maybe you can't let go of it. Maybe there's a sense of obligation. I don't know. But whatever it is, I feel like this week you either get real clear, or at least in the last half of March, you're getting really clear about that. You're getting really clear about it. For some of you, this could be a relationship with that Lovers in reverse. Tell me about the Fool. Tell me about the Fool. Karma in reverse, which is the Judgment card in reverse. Tell me more. Okay, way too. Oh. Okay, I'm being told to take them. All right. We also got the Three of Cups in reverse, the Temperance, and the World. Wow, that's a pretty powerful Fool card we're clarifying here. It feels to me that there's no more second chances. Okay, I feel like there was a second chance, maybe even a third chance given up here to something. You tried to make it work, and I feel like it may have started all right. It feels like there may have been some good energy there. And I want to say you were intuitively guided to do so. This was part of your path. I don't want anyone to feel like you should feel guilty or anything like that about doing it. I feel like it was part of your path. But whatever lessons were needed to be learned here, they've now come to a close, and it's time to move forward. Because there's just no more, like with that Karma card in reverse tells me that something shouldn't come back to life here. In order for this new beginning to happen, you've got to let go of this, especially with the Three of Cups here in reverse. It's just not bringing in the happier times. In order to transform and put an end to this cycle, there has to be some healing involved in here. We really have to close this out, whatever this is, in order to start this new beginning, to allow what is destined for you to take shape. And I feel like the risk is perhaps it's the pain. It's the pain of having to do this, whatever this is. Tell me about the Queen of Swords in the future. Tell me about the Queen of Swords in the future, in reverse. Goodness. Okay. Queen of Swords in reverse. Page of Pentacles, Six of Cups, King of Pentacles, and then the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. When you make the decision, Earth signs, to finally do this, cut this out, again, I feel like for some of you, this is a connection. Someone's getting cut out of your life. For some of you, for others of you, whatever this energy is, it's no longer nurturing. It's no longer supportive to your needs. It's not in alignment there. But when you do, look at what's coming in for you. You have the Page of Pentacles, something new, something tangible that brings in this really positive energy. And for some of you, if this is a newer connection that you're dealing with, it will feel very much like a soulmate. Why is my computer doing this? My computer keeps going black on the screen. Okay, we're good. All right. And it brings in a lot of stability. There's a lot of stability. It feels good. You can depend on it. If this is a business opportunity, it feels really stable and secure and has a lot of prosperity attached to it. And I want to say that it brings in some sort of nostalgic feel-good feelings for you. But something has to get cut away that isn't nurturing you anymore. It's not meeting your needs. Tell me about the Two of Wands. Tell me about the Two of Wands. Okay, yeah, we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So one path isn't allowing you to move forward in your healing. It's not allowing you to move forward at all, really. It's holding you back. Tell me more about the Two of Swords. And I feel like this has maybe been put off for a while of making this choice. Tell me more about the Two of Wands. Wow, yeah. The Sun card in reverse. You've just got to make sure that you're at a place where you no longer want to choose stagnation. You no longer want to choose things that are confusing, not clear, also just not feeling very good. The Sun energy, whatever you may have been stuck in, like that Ten of Pentacles in reverse, whatever it represents, I want to say it also brings in some energies of sadness or depression. In some way, like it may be a little bit depressing, like the way the energy is gone, like disappointing, disheartening. That's kind of what I'm picking up. Tell me about the Three of Swords. Wow. Oh my goodness. The Two of Cups. See, the pain is necessary in order to allow something new to come in that is coming together for you. The universe is merging something together for you. It might be a new relationship. It might be some sort of new opportunity. But in order for that to happen, some separation and pain of this has to come in. But again, this is part of your destiny, and whatever it is, it's quite beautiful. Okay, and the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. I just want to say, this may be attached. Some of you may not feel worthy of this new thing that's trying to come in, and you may be battling also self-worth issues. But also for some of you, I want to say this is a new relationship. Okay, for those of you that this would apply to, because the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Oh no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Push the yes to keep streaming and recording. Hold on. What's just happening? Click the yes button to keep streaming. Okay. Something weird is happening. I don't know why this is happening. Tell me we're still live. I'm sorry this keeps happening. I don't know what's happening with my computer. But you're still here. Okay. But I feel like for some of you with this Nine of Pentacles, you are there's a new relationship coming in here for you. For others of you, this is about allowing yourself to feel worthy enough to embrace something new and better and not feel tied to something that's no longer serving you well. Okay? Okay, so let's go on to water signs before I lose my whole friggin' connection and stream here. I hate it when it breaks it up into two streams. So we're going to motor on into water signs. All right. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Thank you, Alara. Thank you, that girl, Alkeem88. Okay. All right. You guys have been waiting patiently. Okay. For my water signs for the last half of March, what is in store for them? What is in store for my water signs? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. All right. Shuffle up your clarifying deck. Cormac, finally. Aw, and you're like way up late on UK time. Thanks for staying up late with us. Yeah, Debbie. Water signs. Pick up the slack already. Although I have to say, I really loved air signs reading. Really loved it. And I mean, all the readings have been good. It just feels like there's a lot of potential there. It's just got to navigate some tricky waters in some of them. All right, let's get into it. All right, let's use my Threads of Fate deck here to open up the reading for water signs. Can you please find out what's opening up for them and what are the challenges and blocks for the last half of March? Okay, what is opening up for water signs? What is opening up for water signs for the last half of March? Okay. Power. Power, water signs. That's what's opening up for you. I love it. Okay, what's the block? Or the challenge or the obstacle? What is the challenge? Okay. Same as our signs. You guys are having a hard time taking a risk. Taking a risk with something. Taking a leap of faith, moving out of the comfort zone, trying something new, willing to go beyond the fears. But if you do, there is a power that is really opening up for you. Something that's very strong and allowing you to be in much more control of your destiny and what you're creating right now. You become much more powerful when you do this. So, let's see here. My computer is acting up. I hope I get through this reading in time for you guys. I hope that this gets you through. So let's find out what's happened in your past here. Let me just see. Okay. Okay, let's just find out. I don't know if this is live. It's the thing's just going crazy. I hope I can make it. Okay. What's happened in the past here for water signs? Maybe the power is already coming through and you're like shorting out my thing. Okay. In the past, we have the Ace of Cups. Wow. We have the Ace of Swords. And we have the Four of Swords. We are on water signs. I have no idea if this is streaming anymore. This is crazy. Okay, we have the King of Swords in reverse coming up into your present situation. We have the High Priestess. And, oh, we have the Queen of Cups. Guys, I don't even know if I'm streaming anymore. This is really difficult for me to know. The only way I'm going to know is if the chat's moving, because part of the chat is even gone. I only know that the chat's on because of what's on the screen right now. And even that is showing up missing some of it. Shoot, why do I feel like I'm going to have to do another one? I'm going to have to finish water signs. Yeah, it's not. I don't think this is live anymore. Let me see on my phone. Let's see. Okay, no, I am still live. Okay, I'm still live. Oh, so I can't. Okay, I'm going to use my phone here, guys. Apologize, but I can only see the chat live here. I can't see it moving on my screen. Okay, so, all right. What is going on? All right, good. Okay, so let's go into your past. So you've seen what I've pulled so far. Your past. Let's go into your future for water signs. We have the Three of Cups coming into your future. We have the Two of Wands in reverse. And then we have the Hermit in reverse. Okay. We have the Two of Swords overall as your energy. Underneath it, Six of Swords. Okay, well, it feels like there's a common theme going through all these readings. I'm trying not to, I can't change what's coming through, but it feels like many of us are having a difficulty moving on from something, like getting ourselves out of a situation that's no longer healthy for us. It's not working. And it feels like you're at a bit of a stalemate here from moving on from troubled waters. In your past, you have the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Four of Swords. This is beautiful energy, water signs. Something has really opened up for you. Oh, wow. Okay, I just got a message for you. Heart and mind coherence has come in through you through some sort of your meditative work, your balancing of the energies. You've managed to somehow bring in a new beginning by bringing in heart-mind coherence. For some of you, you may have had a breakthrough in clarity on something, and also really been able to open your heart, which is really beautiful. It's happened in the past. However, in the present moment, you have the King of Swords in reverse, you have the High Priestess, and you have the Queen of Cups. What's really opening up for you, water signs, is I really feel it's your intuition. I feel like the power that's coming online for you is your intuition. And I feel like some of you are a little bit afraid of really allowing yourself to trust it and let that guide you. Really let it guide you. I feel like with this King of Swords in reverse, that you might be telling yourself things that aren't true. You may be listening to the ego coming in, but the higher self is trying to come through. Your intuition is trying to come through, especially with the Queen of Cups here too. There's a heart opening happening for you in the last half of March, but also it's turning on your intuition. I'm just getting very strongly that your intuition is your power that's coming online. Some part of it is heightening, is going to help you be more powerful in your life. In the future, you have the Three of Cups, the Two of Wands in reverse, and the Hermit. You need to come out of your shell, water signs. You need to let this intuitive part of you really come forward, because you've got a lot of energy here that's quite celebratory. People coming together for you. But in order for that to happen, you need to kind of come out of your shell. And perhaps it means leaving an old path behind and embracing the new one that's coming through to you, that speaks to you on a much more intuitive level and allows this intuitive power to really take shape and form. Let's kind of go into the clarification and find out what's this Two of Swords as the overall energy. Why is the Two of Swords here? It's the overall energy. Oh. Okay, we have the Lovers coming up. Tell me more. Oh my God. See? I called it. I feel like I've called every reading I've picked it up right from the beginning. Okay. High Priestess and the Lovers. It's time to make a very big decision around your intuitive powers, okay? You're holding yourself back. You're holding yourself back from being able to move on from something. And whatever that is, it's not fully allowing you to embrace this intuitive aspect of yourself, okay? It's really not allowing that to completely take shape or form. For others of you, this may be a relationship too. You're being intuitively guided towards quite a very deep spiritual connection. There's definitely love here. There is a very, I see that. That's also a possibility here for some of you. Let's see what the Ace of Cups is all about in the past.